It is I, Robin Hood, the leader of the merry men.
Oh boy, here we go.
What?
Buddy, you ain't robbing nothing.
What do you mean?
You're literally wrapped in a black sheet. Robin Hood wears green.
Well, listen, the wardrobe department's actually dealing with budget cuts right now, so it's a little bit hard.
Budget cuts?
Yeah, I mean, it's actually more common than you think, you see. What happens is the rich, they're up here, and they have all the wealth consolidated at the top, and that leaves the rest of us down here with very little to deal with.
All right, pal. I don't need a basic economics lesson from the dollar store Robin Hood.
Dollar store? Listen, I'll have you know, I auditioned for the 2018 adaptation. I could have saved that movie.
You couldn't even save a kid's birthday party, you friggin' hack.
Oh, come on, man. Just give me a chance. I do all kinds of Robin Hood stuff. Look, I steal from the rich.
And
what?
And what else do you do?
Well, I shoot a bow, I fight with a sword,
No, like with the money.
What do you mean?
You steal from the rich.
Yeah.
What do you do with the money after?
I don't understand the question.
Robin Hood's supposed to take from the rich and give to the poor. Are you keeping that money for yourself?
No, I am not doing that. Definitely not. No.
There you have it, folks. The worst Robin Hood ever.
Listen, I'm still better than the 2018 movie.
No, you're not.
You guys are really mean, you know that?
This is Hollywood.
Welcome to the Easton Community Access Television and the Old Time TV Show.
An eclectic collection of classic comedy, drama, and variety shows. Join us as we travel back in time to the earliest days of broadcast television. And now, on to the show.
Hello and welcome to the Old Time TV Show. This month we're showing episodes of the British TV series, The Adventures of Robin Hood. The episodes dramatize many of Robin Hood's original tales, while most were original dramas created by the show's writers. The series was an immediate hit in both Great Britain and in America. It ran from 1955 to 1959 and had a total of 143 episodes. And we have 3 of those for you tonight. So sit back and enjoy this month's old-time TV show, The Adventures of Robin Hood.
Robin of Locksley, a knight bold and good, back from the holy wars becomes Robin Hood.
It's Master Robin. It's Master Robin. Tom, it's Master Robin.
Martha, it's good to see you.
Master Robin.
Tom. You came back. Heaven be praised, the pilgrim found you.
At the very gates of Jerusalem. But it was months before I could start home.
I said the day of vengeance would come, Martha. Master Robin will strike down every last one of them.
I've had my fill of bloodshed in the past 4 years, Tom, crusading with King Richard. I've come back to visit my father's grave and claim my inheritance. Then I want to settle down peacefully.
There's no peace left. They'll kill you unless you kill them first.
Kill me? Who'd want to kill me?
Sir Roger de Lisle and the rest of the Normans that swill their wine up in the manor house.
When did this Roger de Lisle move into the manor?
It was a year ago. Locksley Hall stood empty. Then he came to the gate, waving a scroll with a big red seal on it. Wat Camwell told them you'd be back from the crusade, and they flogged him till he was well nigh dead.
Poor Wat. But I'll make it up to him as soon as I get my lands back.
You'll not get them back, not unless you kill. Cut off their heads, man and woman alike, starting with Roger de Lisle. Kill! That's the only way.
You'd best lie back in your bed, Tom, or you'll shout yourself into the grave. I'll get you some hot broth.
He doesn't understand. Master Robin doesn't understand.
I know Tom sounds daft to you, but he's not to be blamed.
Why should I blame him? He's loyal and faithful. I can see he's suffered for it.
Night and day we've lived in fear of our lives.
I heard rumors of these evil things, Martha. That's why I came back. I can see I stayed away too long.
Everything's changed since you went, Master Robin. Sometimes I think when Tom raves about blood and death to the Normans, he's the only sane one of us left.
It's time I made myself known to these guests of mine.
And the stupid dog of a Saxon, sir, refused to get down on his knees. So I drew my sword and sliced off an ear. More wine. Be quick. I told you to keep the cups filled. Where was I?
You were carving up a surf, my bold liege.
Oh, so I was. Well, the stupid fellow came at me with his bare hands. So I pinned him to the wall. Oh, Hubert, what do you want?
A gentleman wishes to see you, my lord.
How dare you interrupt us? Let him wait.
But he refuses, sir. He says his business is most urgent.
Urgent? Who is this impudent fellow?
He gives his name as Robin of Locksley.
Robin of Locksley? That's impossible. He's dead. Everybody knows that. I have a paper to prove it.
And I'm here to disprove the paper, my lord. It's true I was wounded in the service of the king, but I'm very much alive, as you can see.
You're alive, yes. But you're not Robin of Locksley.
Under ordinary circumstances, I take it ill to have my word doubted. But you are, in a sense, guests in my house, whether invited or not. All I ask is that you leave my home as soon as possible. If you do so peacefully, we can forget what's happened.
Most generous of you. All he wants is that we should give up our home and our land and turn them over to him.
My home and my land.
So you tell us. But I say Robin of Locksley is dead, and you're an imposter.
We can easily test whether I'm an impostor or not. Call in the people from the estate and ask them who I am.
The testimony of a Saxon serf means nothing.
I have another witness, a Norman witness of high standing. But I prefer to bring him to the attention of the Sheriff of Nottingham if you force me to take my cause there.
What purpose could that serve? The sheriff himself commissioned me to take over this house and land and to maintain peace and order.
Since my return, I've seen little peace and less order.
I've no wish to argue these matters with you. Your claim is preposterous. Robin of Locksley is dead. He was killed in the Holy Land. His father died, leaving no other heir.
No other heir but me. Look at his picture and you'll see a resemblance. I see you close your eyes as well as your ears to justice. I meant to have that piece of rubbish thrown out long ago. Hubert? Take this picture out and burn it. Sir Roger, Lady Delisle, forgive me for interrupting your dinner. Perhaps I made a mistake in coming here. The mistake I made was to waste my breath on a scoundrel who shall answer to me either in court or by the sword. Help him! Don't let him get away! God! Open William! You man! William, come back this way! What a cowardly pair of heels he shot. And they let him get away, the fools!
We can't all be as bold as you, my dear. But what of his threat to go and see the sheriff?
Yes, we must do something. I'll think of something. I'll see the sheriff this very night. Have no fear, my lady. We can trust the sheriff.
Quite, my dear. So much more prudent than trusting to the sword.
Very caught, my lad. Hold him. Bring it over here. Bring it over here. No, please. Please, I'm begging God's name. Good morning, Hugh.
Who are you?
The traveler? The soldier of the king, returned from the war in the Holy Land. You caught this fellow stealing a deer?
Yes. We're just carrying out the punishment. We're royal foresters.
What is the punishment?
Very unpleasant one, I assure you. In this case, it's eyes, fingers, and the forest.
You're going to do that to him just for killing a deer?
Well, I don't like it any more than you do. You better go talk to Prince John or whoever settles these matters for him. Right.
Touch him with that, you get an arrow through your throat.
You're a bold fellow, aren't you?
Think you can kill all three of us?
If I have to. Now untie him, and then leave.
Our duty doesn't include getting ourselves killed. You can have him. For now.
We better get away from here before they get their courage back. What are you going to do now? You can't go near your home, that's certain.
My children are starving. I'd like to get some meat to them.
Tell me where they live and I'll take you to them.
Oh, my home's over at the crossroad.
But where can you go? That's the question.
I'll have to find the outlaws. Spend the rest of my life in hiding.
The outlaws?
Somewhere in Sherwood. That's all anybody knows. Deep in the forest.
Englishmen forced to live in the forest like hunted animals. Where do I find my lord the sheriff?
That way, my friend.
I wish to see the sheriff.
State your name and the nature of your complaint, please. His worship can't see everyone at once.
My name is Robin of Locksley, and I wish to bring charges.
Ah, yes, the complaint against Sir Roger de Lisle. I know all about it.
You do?
Do kindly wait over there. I don't know when the sheriff can get to you.
Since you know who I am, perhaps you also know that I've come a long way from the Holy Land.
You crusaders are all alike. You volunteer to go to the war of your own accord. Nobody makes you go. And then you expect special consideration because of it. Now, please take your turn. Perhaps we'll be able to do something for you late tomorrow or the next day. Robin of Locksley. The sheriff awaits you. Let him pass.
What's Sir Roger de Lisle sitting up there for?
A useful custom of the Norman lords. They sit in judgment on their own cases.
Who's the other one?
The Count of Severn, Sir Roger's cousin.
So you are the man who claims to be the son of the late Edward.
I am the son of the late Edward of Locksley, master of the King's foresters in this shire.
That is the matter we are here to decide.
I hardly expected to find the man who stole my property sitting with you in judgment.
Watch your words, I warn you.
We're here only for consultation.
Before we hear your claim, there is a question I should like to ask you. What were you doing at the hour of dawn this morning?
What's that got to do with my claim?
Answer the question, please. Is it not a fact that you were in Sherwood Forest and that you willfully obstructed the King's justice?
Hardly justice. I did prevent some foresters from committing an act of barbarous cruelty.
A full confession.
You have not only admitted your guilt, but you remain arrogant. In my judgment, you should be declared guilty and sentenced to imprisonment.
Plus the forfeiture of his estates.
The forfeiture of your estates. That is customary.
The title of Royal Forester passed to me from my father, and I was within my rights this morning, as you well know. This is a crude attempt to justify the theft of my property.
Forfeiture of your estate to the Crown. Is there anything further?
You dare to speak in the name of the Crown. I bear a letter from King Richard, who shall hear of this by the first courier to the Crusades.
May we see this letter?
You doubtless recognize the royal seal. The first part is some remarks His Majesty was good enough to make about my military service. The second asks all officers of the Crown to give special assistance to any cause of mine.
My lord, I protest. This is undoubtedly a forgery.
The seal is authentic. Why was I not shown this before?
This used to be a court of justice, whether one bore a king's letter or no.
It is clear that there has been a grave injustice, and that you are who you say you are. If there is anything we can do for you, as well as the full restitution of Locksley Hall, together with all its lands and people.
When may I expect this restitution?
Sir Roger will doubtless have made all the necessary arrangements by noon tomorrow. You will then meet at your estate, and he will hand over the documents.
My lords.
What in heaven's name are you thinking of?
A man who has the ear of the king can be a great danger. This cannot be handled in the ordinary way.
But my estates!
Hold your tongue, Roger, and listen to what his lordship has to say.
If you want the estate, you will have to earn it.
Earn it? You mean work for it?
You can't hand an estate over to a man unless he's alive, can you? Nor can King Richard receive any messages from a man who has, unfortunately, met with a fatal accident.
Accident? May we take our leave while I explain to my cousin your brilliant solution to the unfortunate return of young Locksley?
William!
Good morning to you, sir. Good morning. The documents are completed and ready for signing. If you'd just come this way. This was my father's when he first served with our King Richard. My lady and I have a lot to do before we leave the house. If we may proceed to business. I have no desire to cause you any inconvenient haste in your departure. It is quite convenient to leave today. And in that case, let us sign the papers. This is the deed in which I renounce my claim to your estates. The notary has prepared this document for your signature. What is this paper that you wish me to sign? You may read it for yourself. It's merely a document releasing me from all claim.
Master Robin!
Now, William!
Go quickly, Master Robin! They're going to kill you there! Schumann! Conrad! The guard! You will hang for this!
You press the knight and make it quick.
You're the man I've been looking for.
You're looking for us?
I thought the quickest way to find you would be to build a fire so that instead of going to the outlaws would come to me.
What do you want with us? You're not a poor man. Look at your clothes. You're a rich Norman.
Neither Norman nor rich.
Then what are you? A spy?
A spy? I'm wanted for the murder of Sir Roger DeLisle.
You killed DeLisle? I don't believe you.
I didn't. I said I was wanted for his murder, not that I was guilty.
He's making sport of that. Wait. Now listen, my friend. We're outlaws, because that's what Norman law has made us. They took our land for taxes, treated us like cattle. There's a price in our head, so the sheriff has sent out informers and spies. And we think that you're one of them.
I've told you the truth. If you try to rob or attack me, you're doing the same thing to a friend that you're accusing your enemies of doing to yourselves.
Oh, fine words won't save you. This glade is thick with arrows. They're all pointing at you. Wait, Will.
I know him. He's the one that saved me from the foresters. The man with the hood.
Are you certain? Look at him closely. Make no mistake.
In truth, I know it. He saved my life.
And made 3 foresters take to the hills.
I swear he's the one.
Why are you seeking us?
To join your band.
To join us?
Give him a chance, Will.
What's your name?
Robin of... Not. Robin.
Robin of the Hood.
Freedom is calling to little John the giant. Robin helps him understand a serf can be defiant.
Hurry up, they're waiting.
Oh, this is the biggest one I could find.
Well, I can't carry that. You'll have to take it in yourself.
Well, in there, I couldn't.
Hurry, man, don't argue.
Well, I've never been inside.
Where is that wood? I want it here this instant. Shall I tell his lordship you refused? The last man who disobeyed was thrown from the top of the keep.
I've never seen his lordship close to.
Right through that door. Just say your prayers and go in. Here comes our luck.
Finally. Are all the castles in England as damp as this one?
It's been an exceptionally wet spring. You don't often see a log as big as that.
How could he carry it?
Who? You there. Step back and let's have a look at you. Oh. I've seen you before, haven't I? You're the one who wrestled the wild boar. Killed it with his bare hands, they tell me. They don't make men like that in the Latin countries. Take off your tunic. Whatever the mental difference is between Norman and Saxon, we are alike physically. Cold weather stock. Don't you hear me, you oaf? Take it off. Are you disobeying me? Take it off this instant! Isn't that splendid? Look at the size of the neck and those shoulders. I think I'll select the healthiest lass I can find on the estate and marry him to her. Or to produce a remarkable litter. Flex your muscle. Bend your arm, like this. I tell you, sit me down.
It is so comical. You look like a little puppet.
It isn't funny at all. Scoundrel, I'll have you flayed alive. Help! Come at once! Don't just stand there gaping, milady. Call the guards! This is your liege lord in this plight.
Stop him. He will get away.
My lord! Get me on the floor!
Our first duty is to his lordship.
Fill the cup again, we'll drink it up again, and let the old dog roam free.
Don't scream. Please don't scream. I don't want to hurt you, but please don't scream.
You frightened me.
I'm sorry, lass.
Those hounds. It was you they were after.
Aye, but I didn't do anything bad. Well, not very bad.
Why are you in trouble?
It was my lord, the Earl of Bedford. I picked him up and put him in a high window shelf.
I've wanted to do that myself many a time. But I work at the Blue Boar. I better be getting back now.
You won't tell anyone you saw me, will you?
Of course I won't. You must be hungry. Come with me. It's too early for the other guests to be there yet, so you'll be safe. I'll get you breakfast.
So you couldn't even catch that poor devil of a surf?
Mind your tongue, or maybe I'll have a notion to cut it out.
Brave talk you make. Aye, to old men and lasses. But I often wonder how you'd talk if you met with Robin Hood.
Someday we'll meet him, and then we'll do our talking with the rope.
Put the bucket down, will you? Go and sit down over there.
That's our man. There couldn't be anyone else that big. Be still. I'll handle this.
Let me handle them.
joint of pig.
But why don't we arrest him and claim the reward?
There are greater rewards to be had.
I only have 3 pennies.
That will buy you all you can eat.
Not him, it won't. By the look of him, he'll eat 3 men's dinners.
Joan, lass. Who is your friend, lass?
My cousin it is. From Nottingham. Just passing by on his way.
A cousin, eh?
Aye.
Oh, in that case, we'll invite him to have some ale. Over here, lad. Drink some ale with us while you're waiting for your food. I don't believe I've seen you in here. If I had, I'd remember. What's your trade, lad?
I work in a mill for a miller.
What mill? Where?
It's on the other side of Nottingham. You wouldn't know it.
I know every mill in the Shire and every man that works in one. And I know who you are. And you know who we are, don't you? We're sheriff's men. No, don't turn your back. Too broad a target. Besides, you and I may be of some service to each other.
What do you want of me?
A favor, but nothing like the favor that I could give you in return. How would you like to earn your own keep and 20 silver marks a year as a free yeoman?
How can any man grant me my freedom except the Earl?
You earn it by the law. If you're away from your lord for a year and a day, by yourself you wouldn't stand a chance. But if you serve with the king, why then your master's authority is against the crown.
You could do that for me. If you could make me a free man with the right to go where I choose and live as I choose, there's nothing I wouldn't do in return.
All right then. Go into the forest and fetch me an outlaw.
An outlaw?
Aye, vicious fellows, robbers, enemies of Prince John and the sheriff.
Where will I find one?
Easy. They need men like you. Just go through the forest till you meet one, smash him on the head, and bring him back to me.
And that's all?
That's all. We need a prisoner to give us information so that the sheriff can crush the whole nest of them.
Why should you do so much for me, or so little?
Oh, because I'm a good-hearted fellow, and I like your looks. That's the proposal. 1 day's work for you, in exchange for freedom for life.
Freedom for life.
You send one man to do what a whole garrison has failed to do. You must be mad.
But this is not an ordinary man, my lord. He's a giant, as tall as an oak and as strong.
The taller he is, the better mark he'll be for Robin Hood's arrows.
My humble pardon, sir, but you misjudge Robin Hood. He is not one to shoot a stranger. He enjoys an encounter on equal terms.
It's you who misjudge Robin Hood. He's not one to fall into a trap so easily.
Unless I mistake my man, this oak will tempt him to a test of strength, and then the outlaw will meet his match.
If you have made a mistake, you'll lose both Robin Hood and the serf. And I may add your sergeant's warrant as well. I'll be off with you. And report to me what happens. My apologies, Marion. When I finally persuade you to visit me, I'm interrupted by the pressure of affairs. This Robin Hood and his deviltry occupy full half of my time.
Yet what would you do without him? To prove his worth, the sheriff needs an outlaw.
Woman, they say, needs man. Yet you choose to live alone.
You promised not to propose again during Lent. Tell me more about this Robin.
You seem to have an uncommon interest in this outlaw.
So do you, my lord.
Mine is mercenary.
What is the latest bounty Prince John offers for his capture?
1,000 guineas. A king's ransom, 1,000 guineas, dead or alive.
Robin, there's a giant wandering around the forest. He's been asking for the outlaw's hiding place.
A giant, eh? What manner of man is he?
Oh, great rough-looking fellow, nigh on 7 feet tall.
I'd like to see this giant myself.
He's coming along by the river now.
There may be some duck about. You two go around by the far bank, and we'll meet up at the log bridge.
Right.
Excuse me, I started to cross first.
No, I did.
Are you calling me a liar?
I'm telling you you're mistaken.
Stop your prattling, little man, and step aside.
I don't have to. I'm a free man.
Are you?
Yes, I have as much right here as you have. I was on this bridge first, and I intend to cross first.
What do you carry that staff for? Just to make yourself look like a bold fellow, or do you know how to use it?
If you had one of your own, I'd be very happy to show you what I know about it.
In that case, may I count on you to wait here while I find myself one?
You may.
I hope you don't mind if it's a bit rough. I don't want to keep you waiting.
I don't care if it's covered with spikes. It'll never touch me.
I've only seen one other man your size in my life. He almost broke my back.
That ought to have taught you a lesson.
It did. I should have been satisfied just to thrash him and leave him there on the tavern floor. It was throwing him out into the road that injured me. Now you help me out of here, you great oaf. You're a stout fella. How'd you like to live here in the Greenwood and eat the best game?
What is an outlaw?
That's the name some people give us, but don't judge us by a name. Come and have supper with us instead and see what we're like.
Have supper where? Where do you live?
In the forest. But if I take you there as a visitor, I'll have to blindfold you.
Well, first I'd have to attend to the matter that brought me out today.
I was going to ask you where you were headed.
The Blue Boar Inn, do you know it?
I do, but apparently you don't. You're headed in the wrong direction.
You mean I didn't have to cross the bridge after all?
That's right.
I was always a fool about directions. I'll never find my way by myself.
I'll show you the way.
Oh, would you? It seems too much to ask. I'll buy you a tankard of ale when we get there.
Well, that sounds pleasant. And I can do with a brisk walk to dry my clothes off.
Robin's error. He's come across trouble of some kind. You go back for help while I follow Robin.
Right, you leave us a clear trail. I'll have the boys here in an hour.
Here's the giant coming back again. And he is bringing somebody with him.
Most of our lads are runaway serfs. You know, men with too much spirit to crawl for their Norman masters.
Yes, but people say you're all criminals.
True, we do have a few killers among us. Dear killers. Then there's Dick Tandy, who stole a sausage and a cheese for his little brothers and sisters during the famine. They were going to hang him for it, but he broke out of Nottingham jail. There's the Blue Boar ahead.
They say you're all robbers and traitors.
True, we collect a toll, but only from those who can pay it easily. As for being traitors, our loyalty is with the king, whatever he is, and not for those who rule for him and dishonor his name.
Look, perhaps you'd better not come in. There's danger in it for you.
Why do you say that?
Well, you being an outlaw and all, I wonder if it's safe.
You're wondering if you can find a way not to buy me that ale you promised.
Oh, no, I wasn't thinking of that.
Perhaps you sense that there's danger there for yourself.
How could there be?
Life's full of surprises. Sometimes it's hard to know who your friends really are. Shall we go ahead?
They're marching straight up to the door, like sheep for the slaughter.
They're coming. Take the outlaw first. When you've got him safe, then we can go after the big fellow.
You pledged your word to him. Why can't you keep it?
We were pledged long before that to send all runaways back to their masters.
Come on. It's Robin Hood. He's brought us Robin Hood himself.
£10 reward, as much as the rest of them put together. He'll hang in Nottingham Square tomorrow.
Put your hands behind you.
He thought he was going to be free.
I fetched you an outlaw, didn't I? Why are you treating me the same as him?
We aren't. He goes to Nottingham to hang. You go back to your master for whatever he may decide to do with you. We have to uphold law and order, you know. Tie them together.
Prisoners in front. March.
Now! You come over here.
Don't move. Drop all your weapons on the ground. We decided the arrows meant that you wanted us to wait until we were really needed.
As it happened, this tiny lad didn't need us at all.
You mean you knew all the time you were walking into a trap?
It seemed likely. Besides, I also thought it was important for you to see what they might have in store for you. Take their weapons, their clothes, and their money, and send them back to the sheriff with our regards. Now I'll have that ale you promised me, if there's any that isn't spilled.
still want me, Robin, I'm an outlaw now for sure.
That's the reason I came here with you. You were never very convincing bait for a trap. In truth, you're a better fighter than you are a liar.
The way they ran. And they thought they were getting a big reward.
Quiet and bring us some ale.
You don't know who I am or where I come from.
I know what you are, and I don't care where you came from, so you can skip over the story of your horrible crime.
Oh, I didn't do anything so horrible. I just picked up my lord, the Earl of Bedford.
Picked him up?
Oh, yes. Like this. And I put him in a high window ledge.
Robin Hood, bold and free, of every man is unafraid, till one day he meets his match with Marian the maid.
There we are, Robin. On its way to the tax coffers of Prince John.
We can use the money better than Prince John, eh, lad? Did the courier see it our way, Ned?
With a little persuasion. Well, Robin, did we do a good day's work?
You meant no harm, Ned, but you made a mistake.
Mistake? Relieving this foolish prince of taxes he'll only squander.
But this treasure wasn't Prince John's. Until the courier handed it over in London. It belongs to the family of Sir William Fitzwalter.
Fitzwalter? Why, he's at the Crusades with King Richard, isn't he?
He is indeed, and as good a man as lives, and one of King Richard's most loyal soldiers.
Well, how'd you know all this is his?
Because here on this ring is his crest.
Are you certain that is his crest, Robin?
I know it as well as my own. Our families were friends. I used to go hunting with his daughter when we were children. She was as good with a longbow as I was. It's hard to imagine her, a young lady, wearing these jewels.
If she has this much treasure, she can spare some of it for those in more need.
If she were not in need herself, she wouldn't be sending her jewels to pay the tax collector. I say this goes back.
But
anyone want to take issue?
It may well be our friend Robin still has a soft spot for this young huntress.
And I had to have my own jewels to pay the high taxes that your Prince John has burdened us with, or forfeit my lands. And now the outlaws have taken them in the main highway and in broad daylight. Where were your soldiers, my Lord Sheriff, at the time?
If I had 10 times as many men, I couldn't patrol all the highways against these bandits. They never strike twice in the same place.
Why wait for them to strike? Why not strike first? You have superior numbers.
As if numbers counted in that forest of theirs. For they've turned every tree into a bowman and every hedge into an ambush.
What's the matter, my Lord Sheriff? Are you afraid of these outlaws?
We're biding our time until Robin Hood makes a mistake. Once we can lay our hands on him, dealing with the others will be easy.
I used to know Robin when we were children. I could shoot as straight and narrow as he could. Would it help if you knew where his camp is? Then you could capture him?
If we knew that, we could bring a large force down on him at night and clean out the whole nest.
You shall have this information, my lord.
Marian, what's going on in that pretty head of yours?
You'll hear soon enough.
If you have any foolhardy notion of venturing into that forest, I want you to know that I forbid it.
By your own admission, Sherwood Forest is outside your control.
Ah, dear, dear. Whistling lady
ladies and cackling hens are sure to come to disastrous ends.
Nanny.
Well, isn't that what your dear mother used to warn you?
Hardly a good omen for my plans.
Are these your brother Albert's clothes you've got out again?
But he'll have outgrown them when he returns from the Crusades.
Oh, my lady, I beg of you. You're too old to go climbing trees and playing the hoyden. Remember what your father said when he first saw you in trousers and wrestling. Didn't I promise him before he left?
I know. I sit quietly embroidering while all we hold dear is lost.
If we are to lose the manor, then it is in God's hands. It's not a woman's place to interfere.
But I'm not interfering as a woman. Now listen to me quietly, Nanny. The sheriff's to be informed that I'm riding for Sherwood Forest, and he's to send a force of soldiers out to meet me at sunup. Do you understand, Nanny? It must be at Raiders Hollow. Robin is going to rule this business.
I tell from the way you looked that you could shoot?
And how could I tell from the noise you made you were a man?
Oh, so arrows aren't your only barbs, I see. Well, there's no need to stand there like a maiden defending her honor. Here.
I just don't like to be tricked.
Nor do I. What's your name, lad?
Peter Watts. There's no meat in our house, and I came hunting.
Without a bag for the game?
Well, what of it anyway?
Would you like to join me? I was just about to eat when you came crashing along.
I can track as silently as anyone.
You were as touchy as a young mare with a thorn under her saddle. Come on, sit down. Now then, if your name's Peter Watts, mine's Will Meadows. I'm glad to have your company. Eating by yourself is a dull affair. But tell me, aren't you afraid to go hunting alone in Sherwood Forest?
The outlaws? I can shoot as well as any of them. Just let them try and rob me. Not that I have any money.
No, but, going around hooded on a hot day like this, well, they might think you had something to hide. Go on, take it off.
Never take it off. It's really to make me look older. Do you think it does?
Oh, yes, it really ages you.
But tell me about the outlaws. Have you ever seen Robin Hood?
Oh, yes, frequently.
Really? Well, what's he like?
Well, he's rather a pleasant fellow, but with a devilish quick temper. He's very touchy about having his lands taken away from him, and his friends badly treated by the sheriff and Prince John's favorites. Oh, I could tell you a lot more about him, but I doubt if you're really that interested.
Oh, but I am interested. I wish I could meet him.
I'd take you to see him, if you like. If you came as a friend, he'd welcome you. It would be foolish to seek his camp as an enemy.
You seem to be walking in circles.
Oh, yes. Well, Robin Hood wouldn't like me to bring a stranger into camp without first making certain that the visitor couldn't retrace his steps.
Then we're close to his camp? Which one's Robin Hood? You're Robin Hood.
Welcome to our camp.
Thought you weren't telling me the truth.
Strange. I had the same feeling about you.
I didn't come into the forest to hunt. Not animals, at least.
You mean you were looking for us?
I didn't want to tell you everything because I didn't know who you were. I'm a page of Prince John's palace. Court life bored me and I wanted adventure. All I'd heard about Robin Hood made me want to find him and join his band. If they'd have me.
The man will have to have a say in that as well. Well, lads, what's the vote? Do we take Peter into our band or no?
Looks a bit puny to my way of thinking.
Ah, he's got ankles like a woman.
Don't be too hard on the lad. Those legs have only walked on velvet rugs.
How do we know he really was a page, like he says?
Yeah, that's right.
He's got a truthful face, Edgar. You can see that.
I can tell you exactly how the court looks. Every single room.
It's an awfully squeaky voice for an outlaw.
Oh, come, Ned. The lad's young. His voice is changing. Give it time to settle down.
But there's no muscle on his arm. Couldn't even draw a bow. Wow! Well, lad, if you can draw a bow the way you can wrestle, you'll have my vote.
Set up a mark and we'll shoot against each other.
Fair enough. And to my liking. Yonder is the Sheriff of Nottingham, where he truly belongs, hanging from a tree. What say you, Peter, we try to puncture his tough hide with an arrow?
Very short, lad.
Very good, Ned.
Let's see you do better.
The sheriff has hung there long enough. Give me leave to cut him down.
By the saints, this I must see. Peter, you deserve to be one of us. What say you, lads?
I'm for him. What say we take him down to the stream?
Yes, a swim will cool you off.
Oh, no, please, I don't swim.
Oh, come on, there's nothing to it.
Yes, you just take off your clothes and jump in.
No, both my parents were drowned.
Oh, we'll look after you.
Please.
All right. We've had our sport. Now we have work to do. It's our custom to let the latest recruit prepare our evening meal. And I should warn you, these are the hungriest outlaws in all England.
For a court dandy, our recruit makes a passing fair cook.
That's enough, Peter. The rest can wait for the morning. Here's your bed. Well, I trust you're enjoying the outdoor life. This morning, when you found out who I was, you weren't really surprised, though you pretended to be. You'd already guessed I was Robin, hadn't you?
Yes.
You sure there's nothing else you'd like to tell me, lad?
About what?
About you.
I'm very tired.
Perhaps in the morning. Sleep well. Cedric, I'm posting an extra guard tonight. Will you take the first watch?
Hi, Robin. Am I to go up with the lookout and see nobody slips in?
No. You're to see nobody slips out.
Hmm? Oh, but he seems like a good lad.
Uh-huh. Even a good lad can get into mischief.
Come on, then. Rouse yourself, lad. Your watch. Come on, then. Stir yourself. Your watch. Come on, lad. Shake your brains.
How did little Silver Spoon get on with no further mattress?
Not a move.
Should think he'd have turned like a spindle. Cute little tyke. Come on.
Wake up. Cedric. Robin! Robin, wake up! It's Peter. He's gone.
John, well, I thought I told you.
I swear, I don't know how he did it, Robin. I must have been too trusting.
Never mind, Cedric. It's my fault for taking chances with somebody I suspected. Sound a blast on this horn if I need help. Stay here. Alert the men. You haven't changed, Marion.
I can hardly say the same for you. When did you first find out who I was?
I guessed almost at once. But I had to find out what you were up to, though I almost left it too late.
Now what is the gallant Robin Hood going to do? Rob me again? I'll save you the trouble.
I hoped you'd understand us better by now. After visiting our camp and meeting my men. If your father were in England, he'd be with us heart and hand.
How'd you expect by making me your cook and dishwasher would change my mind about a den of thieves?
That was for trying to trick me. I'm sorry I hurt you. But I couldn't have you leading the sheriff's men back to our camp, could I?
You robbed me of almost all I have, and you still expect me to regard you as a friend?
I returned your money to your home yesterday morning when you were still in the forest. I was on my way back to camp when we met. Now, stand up and see how the ankle is. It is the same girl. The way I remember you all these years. Even the boys' clothes you like to wear.
I've thought of you often, Robin, but they say such things about you. What am I to believe?
What your heart tells you.
Surround him!
In the name of the sheriff.
My lady, the jewels and the money. You hadn't been gone an hour when it came hurtling through the window and fell at my very feet. Not a soul in sight.
Oh, Nanny, there are more coins here than I had. Enough to pay Prince John.
Well, I vow, some people do say that Robin Hood is more saint than outlaw. Now you can keep your mother's jewels, bless her.
What's this? Forgive us, and the affectionate regards of an old friend.
Well, you don't seem overjoyed, I must say. You got what you went after, didn't you?
Nanny, fetch my russet dress. I'm off to Nottingham.
Yes.
Prince John has declared a public holiday for the hanging. And he has dispatched 100 men-at-arms to escort the prisoner to London.
A feather in your cap, if I may say so, my lord.
You may indeed. But we must not forget the Lady Marian's part in his capture.
I still marvel that he walked into your trap. You must have planned it very carefully.
Yes. Yes, we worked it all out thoroughly before she went into the forest.
Lady Marian Fitzwalter, my lord.
Ah, show her in. Marian, my dear, we were just singing your praises.
My compliments, Lady Marian. Delivering Robin Hood into our hands was no small feat.
Thank you.
Be seated. I'm writing to the prince to ask him that you should have the seat of honor at the hanging and 1/2 of the reward. Does that meet with your approval?
One thing more I crave, my lord.
You shall have whatever you name.
The return of my jewels. I beg permission to visit the prisoner in his cell and find out where he's hidden them. Before the hanging.
Your request is granted. But supposing, as is most likely, he refuses to tell you, what then?
I thought perhaps you might have means of persuading him.
That would be a pleasure. Sergeant, my lord, you will escort the Lady Marian to the prisoner's cell and do as she requests. But any torture it may seem necessary to inflict must stop short of the prisoner's death. I have Prince John's command to hand him over alive.
Yes, my lord.
Grant me one favor before you die.
A favor for you? I'm hardly in a position to grant anyone a favor.
Where are my jewels that you've stolen from me?
I already told you. I took them back to your home. Go there and see for yourself.
I've just come from my home, and no one's seen either you or the jewels.
Have it your own way. But go and leave me alone.
Sergeant, bring me 2 of your strongest men and the instruments to make him talk.
Yes, my lady.
The years have given you a taste for strange pleasures.
Marian.
Quickly, Robin, tie me up and bind me.
But what about you?
I can't...
I'm all right. They'll never suspect me.
What happened? Where is he?
He broke free and escaped.
Don't stand there. Sound the alarm.